least we got the Wi-Fi on board, though, isn't it? How long's this train to Bordeaux? About 1 hour 10 minutes, I think. 1 hour 15 minutes.
I'll have a look in a bit.
It's a bit similar to the Spanish countryside we saw before, isn't it, with those huge big industrial sprinklers. Do you remember when we were in the Basque country? It was a little bit like that, isn't it? This is a lounge, isn't it? We don't want to go in there. It does remind me a little bit of the Sheffield station and that one in Spain we were at before. Is Bordeaux. It's absolutely massive, isn't it? I bet the Paris one's huge though, isn't it?
It's 5 minutes early as well, Dean.
This train?
Yeah,
Oh, fair enough. Oh, we have to get a hotel and a taxi now. But at least they've got Uber in France. Oh, it's a big waiting room as well, isn't it? This will be quite clean and airy in here, it's huge. Right, so we've now arrived at Bordeaux. So we're one night in Dax, in the Hotel Splendid, so we didn't spend long in Dax at all, even though it's apparently splendid. Very nice people in there, actually. It was quite a nice, grand, big hotel, and the room was okay. But now, we're in Bordeaux. So this is a little bit like the Ibis we stayed in a little bit, because it's a little bit funky with all these graffiti and prints and stuff. It's a little bit more modern, a little bit more of kind of like a liberal demographic, kind of for young people, but there are a lot of kind of middle-aged people here as well. There's some great facilities here. So this is the main Indra. The only reason we remembered this is apparently this is where we stayed in Zurich, Switzerland, which I completely forgot about. So this is the same chain, and very colourful rooms. It's not obviously huge like the last one, but it's enough. It's got a desk. As you can see, the building's absolutely massive here. There must be a lot of floors in this hotel. We're obviously on the first floor. This building here, which is not the hotel, so it's nothing to do with the hotel, that looks a little bit overgrown, like you're in Pripyat or something, but inside here looks really good. Got a TV as well. But the downstairs facilities are pretty good. We're not doing breakfast, but they have like an arcade machine. They've got some really good vending machines with like all the amenities you need. We checked in an hour early, which is also quite useful. So some really good stuff in this manger hotel. So hopefully, after we eat something, a bit of tabbouleh, a bit of fish, maybe a bit of salmon, hopefully we'll check the room. If everything's alright, this should be a nice day. We might even be able to extend this one, so we'll see, depending on the availability. And then this is the bathroom. Pretty decent. I think that's a drying rack or something. Not bad at all. Like I said, in France, they don't really seem to be as popular with the bidets as they do in Spain. But it's interesting just culturally. I wouldn't say I've fully integrated into France yet. I still don't really know enough about the culture or language. I do have a little bit of a language barrier, but most of them speak extremely good English, so that's very good. Obviously, I don't expect them to because, you know, it's not their language, but it's very impressive. A lot of them have really good English. Whereas in Spain, I did notice they don't have as good English, but I know like a little bit of Spanish, so I can actually get along quite well in Spain regardless. But since I know no French, it's quite useful that they speak good English here. So that's a lot of kind of deemed so far. We've only been in like 3 towns or something like that so far in France. We've not been in long in France, to be honest, only a few days. But it's interesting. I'm gonna have to see how the culture goes, so I'll update you more on that.
Well, from that it's not so far. 1 hour. It's 1 hour.
Yeah. You speak Arabic, yeah?
Very good.
My Arabic, I know only a few words, the basics.
Yeah, tell me. Yeah, you
Yeah. Yeah, it's very little. But I tried to learn Arabic this year because I visit Morocco many times.
But it's not the same.
No.
Same like Libya.
The dialect, the
Yes,
type is different,
yes,
yeah?
yes, different.
But they,
Much different.
because their Arabic is like a Berber, an Arabic, yeah?
Yes.
And,
It's
Darija,
like,
I think.
It's like mixed with French
Yeah.
word, an Arabic word.
Before we come to France,
Yeah.
we come from Spain on the vacation. We come here in the train,
Yeah.
and they have no Uber, only in Madrid. So,
Madrid, yes, it's
yeah.
complicated, yeah.
But here in France, you have Uber everywhere,
Everywhere.
so it's very good.
Yeah.
So we have drivers in. We were in Bayonne in France, and many drivers they tell us they live in a different city, but they come to Bayonne for the summer. You know, to drive for the Uber.
Wait. I've had like Bayonne. Like there's too much tourists in the summer.
Ah, okay.
Bayonne, Biarritz.
So it's good business, no?
Yes.
Oh, okay, very nice. Maybe next time, I don't know, maybe I come back and I speak to you in Arabic. Maybe we see.
Inshallah.
Inshallah.
Yeah. Maybe we come back in the Uber, I don't know, we see.
Inshallah.
Yeah. Okay, my friend, it's nice to meet you. Thank you for the ride, yeah? Some of these meals are very nice. Chili con carne rice. I don't know what half of these things are. They look very nice, don't they? I could get one of these, what's that? Tagliatelle salmon.
Need something that you can
Pad
put in
Thai.
for you for 3 or 5 minutes.
I think they've got some good ready meals in France. Tiramisu mochi. Tiramisu and cream. That would be down your street, wouldn't it? Have you tried mochi? Do you like it?
No, I've not tried them, but I like tiramisu.
And look, peanut butter.
And these look nice.
That'd be perfect for Adam as well, if we
Yeah.
brought him home.
Look at that, that looks
Should we buy him
nice.
something as a gift or not? We could buy him them, he might like them.
That'd be $7.49 or
It says $1.49, doesn't it?
Really?
Peanut butter mochis. I'll buy him them as a gift.
No, it's so cheap.
I'll just buy 'em then.
Oh, that's Chris and I got. I've still got them.
Barbecue, saviour barbecue. Honey and mustard. They look like apples, don't they? It's onions. It's honey fried onions. Just thought I'd show some of the staples such as the meat and cheese and some of the prices of them and what they typically sell in a standard French supermarket for anyone curious. I think it's a bit weird, that angel hair, isn't it? I wonder how they make that angel hair stuff. Some of these Dubai chocolate variants are getting quite zany, aren't they? One's hazelnuts. What's speculoos? I don't know what speculoos is.
It's a biscuit.
Oh,
It's
then the other one's just the normal pistachio one.
Biscuit. It's just got
I also noticed there was some really nice foreign food choices because France is actually quite multicultural, so there was definitely a big plethora of options of things to buy from foreign places in the supermarket. Put all the full Arabic ingredients, haven't we, to make a nice... what's this on the right? What's that all about?
this one.
For salad, isn't it?
Mature. And this is
Tagine
the,
powder,
chili
shakshuka,
sauce.
got harissa as
Olives
well,
as well with it, look.
and olives.
It's nice.
Algier, that's Algerian sauce, no?
Maybe.
Authentic macrouds. That is figs, I think, and dates. Sorry, with these sesame seeds. Is it fried shelling on the dates? The sesame seeds, I think. Chupa chup. And his marshmallow fluff. I don't know what flavours he can buy in the UK. Him, to be honest, but
Strawberry and plain with it.
he might think it's something fresh. I was actually quite impressed with the ready meals in France as well. They seem to be on par with or even better than some of the ready meals in England. And I managed to find this nice beef and potato mix, which I cooked in the hotel because they have like a microwave and kitchen room, which is pretty convenient because you don't really have any cooking facilities if you're not staying in an apartment. So there's not really many options you can have for food other than takeout or ready meals when you're traveling. So we've just been to the Ocken. I've got this really nice ready meal. I don't usually eat ready meals much at home, but I've been eyeing up these ready meals in France and Spain. But in France they seem a little bit better. So we've got some, I guess this would usually be fried potatoes, but it's a microwave meal. So we've got some potatoes, some nice beef sauce and some beef. Been looking for beef. If you've been updated, because I need to get B12 because I want to stop taking synthetic B12 from the doctor because it's giving me some acne and side effects. So trying to get it from meat, so that'll be good from the beef. And to be honest, I really do rate the Ocken supermarket. We're trying to get to a careful hypermarket, but everything's closed on Sundays. But there was such a big range of stuff, it was basically like a hypermarket, so God knows how big the actual hypermarkets are here. But first day in Bordeaux seems pretty good so far. We're going to go down to Paris and then to Calais, and I can't remember if I've explained this, but we're either going to go on the ferry from Calais to Dover, then rent a car and get home, or I think we're going to buy a bike so that we can then take the shuttle service through the actual Eurotunnel, because you can't take the train from Calais anymore because they closed that spot, so you can't get on the train at Calais. You have to have a vehicle like a bike and then go on. Another reason why I was super disappointed that the hypermarkets were closed today and I couldn't get to a Carrefour. You might have seen when I was in Dax, I had one of these nice apple tarts or apple tartlers, which seem to be popular with the sandwiches, kind of like in England when you have a meal deal and you get like a chocolate brownie. I don't know if you can get these in some kind of meal deal, but I've been buying these. Now this isn't as good as the Carrefour one because this is more so an actual cake. This is like an apple cake, whereas the other one was an apple tartlet, so it had a lot lower calories because it was just apple. This is like 3 times as bulkier, but I'm rooting for Ocken. FYI, I think Ocken is basically the store I was in Madrid. I think in Spain it was called Alcampo, but I'm rooting for Ocken. Hoping this apple tart's as good as yesterday's. Right, let's give it a first rating, shall we? Let's eat, as my ween says. That's good, although it's definitely more like a flan or an actual cake, but it's less so apple, it just has a few apple flakes on it, but that's not bad at all. I definitely don't think I have the talent to start a food channel though, so I won't be doing that anytime soon, but interesting little segment. Unfortunately, I thought this back bit was like some really nice crust, but this is just the cardboard, unfortunately. I thought it might be some crust or some chocolate, but that was a bit of a letdown. It's kind of fluffy and a little bit wet, but not too soggy. It's just like cake basically, and then you have the flakes of apple here on top. I'm gonna give that an 8 out of 10 though. It's not as good as the last one, but for a cake it's very good. And they're quite cheap, these as well. And I'll happily eat the second one, because I did buy 2. Just had some kiwi and mango. To be honest, this is probably the first mostly healthy shop I've got. Water, fell back into eating these Greek yogurts, stracciatellas again. Although I do have a need for vitamin B12, so obviously I need those. Bought these for my brother. I'm not really the biggest fan of these mochis, but he likes all the Asian food and he likes peanut butter. My mum's got one of those expensive Starbucks coffees, some cherries which aren't mine, watermelon and cantaloupe melon I think it is. The only sweet stuff I've just got is those 2 cakes and a cookie. Got a bit more melon and also some earbuds so I can stop the sound and get a better sleep, and also some dark chocolate, this mint lint, which is amazing. I don't find dark chocolate very addictive, so I wouldn't really class it as a sweet thing. Whereas if I get milk chocolate, I can just eat the whole bar. If I get dark chocolate, I'll only have like maybe 2 or 3 pieces and then leave it. What I quite like about this hotel is, I'm not going to zoom in too much, obviously out of respect for people, but this is a community hotel, so they've got benches outside, they've got plates, they've got cutlery, you can use the microwave, and everyone's just eating outside, just like everyone used to do in summer. You just don't get that anymore, and it's quite a nice communal feeling. And this chain is the one that we stayed in Zurich, in Switzerland, which I've now been made aware of, and I remember now. And it's a really nice chain. They've got like the community kitchen, which I've shown. You can do all your washing there. I think you can pay to use the washing machines. They've got all the cutlery. I've just used a microwave. I've not been able to have a microwave meal in God knows how long during this whole 2 to 3 month like stay in Spain and coming home, and I've just had the nicest beef and potatoes meal ever because I've got a microwave. The last time I had one I think was about a month ago when I was still in Madrid, before I even decided to go home. During this waiting period we were there, and I had a nice chicken and rice meal, but they're actually really good high quality meals in France, so that's really nice. So hopefully we'll spend the night here, and then we're either going to Angelim tomorrow or we're going to push up to Poitiers. I think it's Poitiers, I think it's Poitiers. The trains we took today, I think it's the TGV Inouï. Just a little note, they have free Wi-Fi, and they also have charging plugs with USB, so you can charge your phone or laptop, go on your laptop. Passes the time really well going on a video, and it's high-speed rail. So it's nice we're getting high-speed rail in France, because that's something we got used to in Spain, but we're only using it for like half of the leg of the journey in Spain, which slowed us down a little bit. So if we can try and stick to the high-speed rails as much as possible, we should then be able to get up to Calais as quick as we can, so that should be good. So right, day 2 now, and we're still in Bordeaux. We're going to go down to the kitchenette. This is the only food I've got right now, this beef rice, which I've had I think in my suitcase since I've been in Spain. Sometimes I just buy too much stuff or random stuff and then I pack it away in my suitcase, so luckily if I go hungry I've got this. I can make it in the kitchen here. I don't know if it's any good. I think it's beef, it's in Spanish, so hopefully it's decent. Right, walking through Bordeaux, gonna head to this Carrefour City, which is a small shop nearby. Not sure if it's gonna be big, but the last Carrefour City we went to was pretty big, so we'll see what they've got in store. Not seen much of Bordeaux yet, have we? This is what we've got. I wonder what this big building over here is. Massive, isn't it? But this is kind of like a commercial district. There's a lot of office blocks around here, so we're not central, but we're not too far from everything. What's this building here? Campaign funding. Yeah, I think it's literally this building across the street.
Good.
I don't know if anything else is with it. I don't think it's like a mall or some kind of unit. I think it's just a shop on its own. Look at this. This is all abandoned, isn't it? It's like in Spain when we saw some kind of abandoned stuff. What are all these hippie posters about? Album. I mean, it must be free to advertise here because it's literally run down, isn't it? I bet people are just using it just to pander to random people walking past.
This is an architectural business here.
It's interesting just seeing the side streets and stuff. Right, it should be here on the left somewhere where it says this Boca. Careful City, there we go. That street goes on forever. Literally nothing around here, is there? Oh yeah.
You've got salmon sleep for our sunrise. Come this, that's where we live. Oh, we want water, yeah. Look at that, all taken.
So, I still don't have a Scooby-Doo what this building is, but it looks pretty grand, doesn't it? I hope they use that building because it does look quite nice. There's another hotel across from there. Very sunny day, it's nice weather, isn't it? I'd say it's about 30 today, yeah? What's up guys? Back in Bordeaux, I'm in my multi-billion-dollar high-rise apartment flat block. Behind me you can see I've got this AstroTurf. I've got about 10 of my villas behind. These are all fresh new builds. I've just invested about $10 million to start up these buildings and they're going to be developed and they're just going to get absolutely amazing in the next few months. As you can see, I own this whole skyline. It's getting absolutely incredible, boys. Obviously just joking, we're in the hotel. So on the second day, we've not really done that much today. That was pretty cringe, wasn't it? But
Get on my programme and you can actually.
if you want to do e-com like me and dropshipping and actually afford all this, click the link down below. Because obviously I own these buildings and I'm not just joking. But you can see over here, these buildings do actually look quite nice though. I don't actually know who really owns them, jokes aside. I think these are all just apartment blocks, although this one outside looks super overgrown, like I said, but it is actually operational. I've seen some people on the computers down here, so I guess they're just not cutting any of this foliage down. Needs a bit of work. It's looking like some abandoned reactor core building or something in Eastern Europe. I don't know what's going on there. These look quite bougie and high end. There's just people kind of just making coffee and drinking water every so often and just kind of a little bit of nothing, but what do I know? They might be running some massive government projects, so that's just me being naive, but still curious what all these buildings are about. Something to think about, and hopefully get out of Bordeaux and keep moving. We might be going to Poitiers tomorrow. So, worst case scenario, we'll go to Angeline. So we're going to try and make it to Poitiers, which is going to get us, I think that's how to pronounce it, Poitiers or Poitiers. Either way, we're going to get up a little bit more north, and we're going to get closer to Paris. And hopefully, I think the most likely scenario is, I think we're going to be taking a ferry to Dover. So I think we're going from Calais to Dover. Hopefully we'll have at least 2 days in Calais, because I've not been able to see anywhere in France, to be honest, because we've been spending about a night here, 2 nights here just for a bit of rest, but for the most part we've just been moving, because like I said, I do prefer Spain, but we do want to see at least a little bit of France, either a bit of Paris or a bit of Calais. And we do need to go to a hypermarket before we go home, because we want to at least bring back some foreign goods, you know, because importing them off these websites costs so much, which is why it's good to get them while you're on holiday. But I do think there's some kind of tariffs or restrictions on certain things you can bring back because of Brexit, so we'll obviously be following the rules with that, of course, but hopefully we'll be able to bring some stuff back. Remember boys, you're not allowed to bring any chocolate or meat back. Brexit rules. Definitely no one's bringing any chocolate back. Shh.